Hello, I am Caleb Crawford representing Group 3, and this is our prototype to help with exercise in space. Before we get in, I would like to introduce our team. We have myself, Jack Campbell, Aidan Hawkins, Lucas Reginik, Brady Gallagher, and Adam Lacey. Look at all of us. So excited to show you what we've prototyped. Firstly, a bit of background. One of the most common medical issues among astronauts is the loss of muscle. Due to the lack of gravity, muscles don't receive the necessary workload they normally do on Earth. The weightlessness effect means that astronauts only need a simple touch of their hands or feet to move in the opposite direction. Meanwhile, even non vigorous exercise on Earth, such as a slow stroll, requires more effort than the amount required for most activity on the ISS. The lack of exertion results in a loss of muscle mass over time. The current solutions to this issue are large, bulky exercise machines that take up a lot of room within a spacecraft. Typically, these machines consist of large scale ellipticals, cylindrical treadmills, and strapped resistance training devices. Most of these options have very little variation to what exercises or muscle groups due to the lack of available space. Our problem statement, written in nice big letters to make it extremely clear, how could we add sufficient variation to an astronaut's workout routine to mitigate the effects of long-term space travel in a way that is both reasonable to implement and viable in the long term? After our ideate phase, we narrowed our ideas down to three potential solutions, all of them involving some kind of artificial resistance to simulate gravity in a workout. We first thought of some kind of cable system, similar to cable machines on Earth, but with that sort of artificial resistance applied to the cable with some sort of engine instead of relying on the weight of blocks like on Earth. This would require some mid to high level maintenance. We then thought of using springs. After all, springs still work in space. We could use springs to apply a load in workout equipment. This would be cheaper than the cable system, but a bit less versatile and subject to breakdown. Our third proposal was to use rubber bands. Similar to springs, bands would be used to apply a load in workout equipment. And they're even cheaper than springs, but not as long lasting, as even bands on Earth wear and tear quite easily. In the end, we decided that our first decision was the best one, as it really allows for the most variation. I'll now show you a little bit about our prototype. As I mentioned, our goal was to really hammer down on the multifunctional capabilities of this machine. This lovely sketch was provided by the GOAT Jack Campbell, and it will guide us through what our team has envisioned. Firstly, we want an adjustable height along these vertical railways. We also want a full 180-degree range of horizontal motion for the arms. We want a similar 180-degree range of vertical motion as well. We need some way to lock our astronauts in place, so we will need a belt to help with that. We also want the arms themselves to adjust as well, allowing for all shapes and sizes to use. A belt alone won't be enough to secure our astronauts, so we will use foot locks to hold them in place as well. And we will also have a UI screen, so that way the load applied to the machine can be varied, so that you can either look to hit a new PR or to go for high reps and low weight. The motor applying these loads is integrated into the back of the unit, so you won't be able to see it, and so it can be applied to various places throughout the machine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Caleb, how does this machine allow for the variation that you were claiming? Well, that's the beauty of this machine. The workout is only limited by the imagination of the user. You want to do squats? Lock yourself in the belt and foot locks, and a resistance is applied along the vertical rails on A to push down, and the horizontal swing on B to rotate the arms inwards to apply the load onto the astronaut's shoulders. How about a pectoral fly or delt flies? Lock in the user, shorten the arm lengths at E, then add a resistance to the cables, and depending on which way the user is facing, you got both workouts. Curls? Lower those vertical rails, lock in the astronauts, and then bam, curls. A lot of thought went into this design, and the experience from our resident gym junkies, Jack and Lucas, made sure we fit as many different kinds of workouts into one relatively small, compact machine designed for the weightlessness of space. Thank you all for watching and listening, and have a great day.